All right, we came to the Andy Elliott Business Syndicate in Arizona. We also did a event prior to it called Kingdom X, which was a transformative experience. Keep that private, but let y'all know that this entire experience was transformative. It wasn't just business; it was improving life. It was optimizing life.
Yeah.
One big takeaway that I had was that something that needed to be cemented, that true leadership starts with standards. People aren't broken, systems are broken, and everything starts with the leader. One must create the standards that they want to follow them, and create an example of what they want in their company, in their life, and anything that they go about in their ventures, whether it's personal, public, business, organization. Just be the same person throughout. And three things I'm going to change are: I will be clearer with my vision. I've always been blessed with a great imagination, but lacked the discipline to stick to the detail of what that would be. So, getting more detailed with my vision, being clear with my communication, and staying more consistent with the standards that I know are great to build, so that those on my team and in my life are being constructed into leaders themselves. Passing it off.
Nice.
Double tap.
Oh,
We can always cut it. Double tap. Yep. It's intuitive. There we go.
there we go. Took me a second to figure this thing out, but this thing's pretty sick. Cool. So Aaron pretty much summed up what we did here out in Arizona, and just to reiterate what he said, like, it was definitely transformative. You know, we had been here back in March, and we felt the vibe then, and we came back out here to see if these guys were really what they say they are, and they sure are. You know, they my type of people. You know, they challenge you, they encourage you, they push you to exceed your limits, you know, and just destroy your limiting beliefs. And one of the takeaways I took was I just need to become a better leader. You know, I didn't realize how important it truly was to be a leader and what it took. You know, and I have a lot of different issues of my own that I need to work on, like controlling things in my business, and having not developing leaders the way I should, and giving them more responsibility. You know, and the more responsibility I give them, the more they trust me that I can lead them properly. You know, and not just in business, but in life in general. You know, that's what we really learned with these guys. Like, they're just well-rounded overall. They're loyal men to their wives, to their kids. They want to be there for their families. They want to have their time back, and that's just the message that I want to spread. You know, so three things I'm going to change when I get back at home. I'm going to definitely become a better leader. I'm going to delegate more of my task out to people that are skilled in those areas. And I'm also going to give more of my guys more responsibility, you know, and put some trust into them, more trust than I have put in them, you know, and just let them figure it out for themselves too, you know, like put standards in place and set systems in place, but they need to be able to problem solve. You know, they can't come running to me to try to solve all these different problems that just pop up on day-to-day jobs and stuff. And the third thing that I'm gonna work on is I'm gonna show my guys that I truly love them and care about them. You know, so I'm gonna encourage them to continue to work on their health. You know, continue to be better men for their families, and also just encourage them to be the best versions of themselves every day. You know, I gotta set the standard, I gotta set the bar high, and I gotta help them destroy their limiting beliefs as well.
Solid.
That was beautifully said, Tommy.
You're gonna have to send me that.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, he took notes.
As my brothers came through and talked about their takeaways and the three things that, you know, that will change their lives, I also put into knowing the things that I can do to implement in my life. You know, the Elliott Group has completely changed my life to the point that it made me realize how much that needed to be done especially how close I had to be with God and what I need to do in my own household, and take leadership even more, making sure that we carry these standards and held each other accountable, because even though how close we are with like the Elliot group, we have our brothers that we build this camaraderie. We held each other accountable to a point that we don't fall into these, rhythm that no longer serve us. So it's to a point where my state of being, this is not even like my mindset being reframed. It's my whole state of being that completely transformed into a new version of myself that I never thought I was capable of. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful for the opportunities, because how we came to Arizona, especially through to this journey alone, like we put everything to this, to the point that we had to put in faith, and we had to pray every single day to really truly make this happen for all of us, because we know that us leaders, it's not just us, we're going to change our lives. It's multiple people that are going to be in our ecosystem, into our business, and how we're going to impact to our client. And I like how Jackie puts it in a perspective on that funnel. Like it all starts to us, then it'll trickle down to the client, because whatever happened in the business, it's also happening to our clients, and that lesson of the leadership shadow. So I learned a lot, and I'm glad that, Jackie went through with us in this booklet to carry when we go back home and implement these, strategies and tactics. But one biggest takeaway I can give this is that to surrender, because even though life can be overwhelming, even though that there's a lot of things happening, especially as business owners, we always need to hold by our standards and get close to God, because God will provide. This is why we had to carry a discipline every single morning, because it's what we do before when we go into the business, is how we set the tone. So the 3 things I want to start changing is, 1, my vessel is my vehicle. I will take care of it. I have up until April. My goal is to go to that business syndicate, or even at the Mexico, to come closer with my business partner, and also be held accountable and bring clarity into the communication, and also learn how to report back when things are happening into the business. And especially him as the CEO and I'm the COO, I had to also become a leader, and that's what my brother here, Aaron, is teaching me how to become every single journey from this. So it's not going to be 100, it's going to be from a year from now that I'm going to cut down to 164 pounds. I'm 250 pounds. As you guys will see this video, I will be completely different. Number 2, I'm going to take control, and I'm going to start breaking things down into the things that I need to do. I'm not going to work in it. I'm going to work on the business, and I'm going to be creative enough so that we stay in that regular cadence, so that our clients are truly satisfied and they see the quality. That we build a culture in this business. Now when we come back with actual problems to solve. And number 3 is get closer to God, because I can't do it all. I had to really put my hands and my faith and my life to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And that's just how it's going to roll out from here. I'm no longer going to take control and put the weight on my shoulders with my, with everything else that's going on. So that's where we're at.
Nice.
And I'm thankful for my brothers here.
And we want to help other men and women come to this same conclusion that we came to today. We're going to encourage everyone around us. We're going to demand excellence, and we're not going to accept mediocrity. We don't want to be around it. So we're going to understand where people are at and stuff like that in their life, and we just want to help them get unstuck, and we want to help them to stop escaping like we used to do.
Absolutely. And you can tell by our tunes right now, we're not tired or lacking any energy. We're all collectively at a state of peace. It was an intense weekend in the best way, and we're all at a state of peace and understanding, accountability, knowing where we need to improve, knowing where we need to put more energy into our strengths and where we need to put more attention to our weaknesses, and truly at a state of peace and understanding and knowing, and eager to improve. So hopefully you take something great from this, even if it's just entertaining for you. That's the beginning of being interested, right?
Yeah.
So whether this changes your life, or just sparks some interest, that's what we're intending to do.
Yep.
And no matter what you do, no matter what you accomplish, all glory is God's. Keep surrendering. There's power in surrender. That the confusion is that that we get in our heads is that surrendering to a higher power is weakness, and it's not. It actually empowers you to say, I know why I want to do what I want to do, but I don't know how, Lord, and fill in the gaps for me, please. So.
And if you do want to hate on us, please do, so we can get some more views. And we love you too.
Yo, that's incredible, boys. We're gonna leverage each other. We're gonna build a brotherhood in Rhode Island. This is August 19th, 2026, and it's gonna be a big change for each and every one of us. And we're gonna document our journey as we go along, because now we have a firm belief that we're gonna change our lives. It's gonna influence a lot of people. So stay tuned and let's do it.
Let's do it.